We may not have rain yet, but we certainly have some snow. Welcome to the Poker Show with Cash. This is usually the part where talk shows begin with applause from a large audience, but we're still working on that. This is a show where we talk about significant events from the past week so that you can participate in a heated debate on social media on your colleague's profile. Well, first up today, we've got something that is black and yet very welcome in Europe. Black money. Yes. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi got elected in 2014 and campaigned in 2013, one of the biggest planks that he got elected on was the promise of bringing back black money. Black money that's stashed away in safe havens like Swiss banks. This week, we are finally seeing some promising steps in this regard, even though it's taken a full 5 years. Now, don't be unnecessarily critical. This is completely understandable. I'm sure those who had stashed away money in Swiss banks, they had invested it in a fixed deposit with probably a lock-in term of 5 years, right? So any Indian uncle will tell you, you should never break an FD. Now, the FD has finally matured and we are getting some money back. Possibly, apparently, maybe. We'll see. We'll wait for it. But here's the catch. Reports say the Swiss authorities are in the process of sharing the names of only 50 account holders. That's right. After waiting for 5 years, we're getting 50 names. I thought banks collected EMIs from us, but apparently banks also pay us back in EMIs. You know, when Modi said the names of all Swiss bank account holders would be revealed, I thought it was going to be in one swift stroke, like a Quentin Tarantino movie. But this, as it turns out, is a long drawn TV series across, I don't know how long it's going to take, maybe 9 seasons. But it's okay. At least it's the first step in the right direction. I'm sure we will all get the promised 15 lakhs in our bank accounts, starting with the first installment of rupees 50. In another related development, the IT department has issued fresh guidelines stating that there would be no relief in criminal black money cases, which means that those who get caught for offenses relating to black money, they can no longer get away by paying a penalty for it. You know, I don't really understand this new attention on black money. I thought all the black money was eliminated thanks to demonetization. Remember when all the high denomination currency was no longer valid, it was replaced by those pink notes which look like Barbie's play money. Remember? Didn't that eliminate black money? Are you telling me that demonetization didn't work? No. Wait. I know what's happening. I'm sure pink is the new black. Staying with the Prime Minister, in probably the most significant development in the past week that could virtually change the course of our country, Modi invited presidents of various political parties for an all-party meet to discuss something called as One Nation, One Poll. No, that's not a boy band. What One Nation, One Poll means, it's also called One Nation, One Election. What it means and what Modi is proposing is the conduct of simultaneous elections for the state government and the central government. This raises many questions. Will the judgment of the voter be compromised when they have to judge national issues and state issues at the same time? Will it allow the legislators to focus on governance instead of constantly being in election mode? And most importantly, on the day of voting, will you be able to post 2 photos on Facebook with 2 inked fingers? There are a lot of questions. At the face of it, having one election for the entire country sounds like a great idea. It could really bring down the costs involved. The Law Commission says that the voter turnout could increase. It could help with the logistics of organizing the world's biggest elections, and it would also mean less screaming and polarizing opinions on news channels. But before you start celebrating, there are many nuanced questions that we need to keep in mind when we consider changing the way this country chooses the people in power. We choose the people in power. What happens if the state government falls before completing its 5-year term? This is especially important when you consider states with hung assemblies and coalition governments, like the current mishmash we have in Karnataka, for example. This alliance between JDS and Congress has gone through more dramatic turns and face-offs than an Ekta Kapoor Saas Bahu serial. And no one, not even the CM himself, is sure how long it will survive. That's the scenario. What happens? What happens if it falls now and we have one nation, one election policy? Will there be president's rule for the next 5 years? Remember, the general elections were just held. So for the state elections to sync with general elections, will we have 5 more years of president's rule? President's rule now is just a fancy way of saying directly ruled by the central government. What happens to the Rajya Sabha seats, for example, which run for a fixed term of 6 years? Normally, we elect the state legislators and the legislators elect the Rajya Sabha members in turn. The Rajya Sabha, which is the upper house, keeps a check on the bills and amendments introduced by the central government, even if they have a majority. This is what stops a prime minister from making sweeping changes to the constitution and altering the very nature of our people's republic. So if a state assembly is dismissed, who then elects the custodians of the upper house of the parliament? Did you say the central government, because it's under president's rule? So the central government will rule the central government and also the state government and also elect the Rajya Sabha members. Is it just me, or do you also hear how dangerous this could turn out to be? But all hail the supreme leader. We are going to get one nation, one election. In short, oh no! One of the hallmarks of our constitution and democracy is our federal structure. We have a central government for strategic decisions that affect the country, state governments for more local issues, and we also have city councils and village panchayats for micro governments. That's the federal structure that we have. Any proposal that could be a threat to this structure is a threat to our democracy itself. So I'll stick my neck out here. I'll say this. The negative consequences of one nation, one election far outweigh the benefits. There are experts who also claim that the cost of the new EVMs will make it far more expensive than the current elections. And also, who are we kidding? No one's ever going to be able to do this to this guy. But we don't have to worry about all this right now, at least not right now, because Modi has promised to set up a panel to study one nation, one election. Here's hoping that the panel does not say, oh yes, to oh no. Talking about party presidents, guess who did not attend this meeting? That's right, the former president of the Indian National Congress, who's also the current president, apparently. But there's a bit of mystery with that. Yes, we are talking about Rahul Gandhi. You know, I'm beginning to think that Rahul Gandhi is the Jon Snow of Indian politics. Hear me out, come to think of it. He was a reluctant entrant into politics, did not want to be party president for a long time, but was persuaded by party members to take charge just because of his father. He never really won a big battle without help from allies. And Now he wants to quit as a party president, saying, "I don't want it, I never have." Sounds like Jon Snow to me. And you can't even call him the king in the north. Not anymore. Not after Congress has been decimated in the past two general elections, and he personally lost his family bastion of Amethi. But he's still an MP from Wayanad, and he took oath as a member of the 17th Lok Sabha in a rather quick, undramatic fashion.
Namaskar. I, Rahul Gandhi, having been elected a member of the House of the People, do solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Did he just leave the parliament right after taking the oath? That's what it looks like. I don't know why they cut the clip right there. Rajya Sabha TV. Very interesting. But the swearing in ceremony wasn't so smooth for many opposition members. Just before the swearing in, Modi assured the opposition that their voices will be heard and they shouldn't worry about their numbers in the parliament. And of course, the BJP MPs demonstrated their resolve to this commitment by heckling other opposition MPs who took oath. Well, I'm just glad that they are saying Jai Shri Ram for now and not taking swearing in literally, at least as yet. Owaisi responded with his own slogan.
Jai Bhim, Jai Meem, Takbir, Allahu Akbar, Jai Hind.
He was not the only MP who was heckled, and everyone came up with their own unique slogans, even those who were not heckled. For example, Hema Malini said, "Radhe Radhe Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru." TMC members, of course, said Jai Ma Durga or Jai Ma Kali, Jai Bangla, Jai Hind, and Bhagwat Maan said Inqilab Zindabad. I think he didn't get the memo. He's elected to the parliament. They're not fighting for independence. But I'm really disappointed. Amidst all these slogans, I'm disappointed that Rahul Gandhi did not end with his slogan, "I don't want it, I never have." And before the last bit for today, I should remind you to follow us on our social media channels. I think the subscribe button for YouTube is somewhere down there, and the like button for Facebook, I think, is somewhere up there. You guys know how to do it, but please click on it. And if you've enjoyed watching this show, support us by sharing our content with your friends. Write to us with your feedback. Send us a mail at thepokershow.cash@gmail.com. If you found factual errors in this show, very good. It means you're intelligent, because this is a satire-based show and not a source of news. Also, if you took offense or have complaints with respect to the content of the show, please tweet to us at PMO India on Twitter. That's it. Yeah, here's the last bit for the show that I promised. The Met Department has said that monsoon is delayed this year, and its onset has been the slowest it has been in the past 12 years. So what it means effectively is we have to wait much longer than we thought for the good days. But thankfully, we have some experience in that regard. We've gotten used to waiting for Achhe Din for many years now. That's it from me. This is the Poker Show with Cash, and I will see you again next week. Before I leave, I strongly urge you to check out what's happening in Sudan and raise awareness about it.